Today we're gonna look at this Spider-Man 2 Felisa Hardy Black Cat figure from, I guess, the video game. Here at the front of the box, they're fairly standard packaging. There she is, a couple of hands, little rod thing. Oh, very exciting. We also have good old Peter Parker in his Velocity suit from the Spider-Man Gameverse game thing, which is pretty much the same packaging as her. But just teasing there with some wet webs and a whole extra set of hands, which is very exciting. Get your side box art, which is very nice. Get your other side with more artwork and names, all that exciting stuff. The bottom, you get your barcodes and lucky numbers, legal information, all very exciting stuff. On the top, you get your game reverse. On the back of the box, you get your, little game view of these characters. Some of the other ones that were from this era. Some more legal information. Warnings about small parts and choking hazards. Yeah, let's go. Let's go open these things up and see if they're any good. Here we have good old Peter out of the package. Looks pretty nice, fairly accurate as you see in the in the game. He's very nicely painted for the most part. There's a little slaps here and there. It's kind of like a weird thing on one of his butt lines, but other than that, it's pretty okay. They are nicely sculpted in there, so, which is very interesting, and it also gives it kind of a weird kind of feel to him, but he looks good. So there's nice little eyes there. Gives little neck grooves. Does look up for a fair amount, and he can also look down fairly nice, and he can turn all the way around. Seem fairly standard Marvel Legends arms. Nothing too crazy here. Same with the legs. They do the standard Marvel Legends stuff. It also has a very nice, bit of an ab crunch there. The line sculpting in the paint does seem to go kind of up and over, so that's nice. It does have a bit of a swivel there. So yeah, there you go. Good old Peter. Looking pretty good. And he comes with these two fists. So that's nice. But he works for what he is. He also comes with these two little, I guess, web blast things that they tend to chuck in, which most likely end up just in a drawer, because probably never use them again. The only other thing he comes with is two little, I guess, thwippy kind of hands, so that's nice. Nothing really else comes with the figure, just a set of hands and those two webs, which is a little disappointing. They could have probably thrown in something else, but there you go. Another suit from the Spider-Man game. Good to add to the Spider-Man collection. Or Spider people. Whoops. Here we have the black cat out of the package, who looks pretty nice. Fairly accurate to kind of what you see in the game. Is fairly well painted, and the white is kind of a bit light in places, but I guess there's not much you can really do about that, especially kind of like on the arms. I don't know if it really shows up that well, but it is what it is, and it is a little off in some places on the lines, but the lines are nicely sculpted in there, so that's nice, especially on the abs and the legs here. It does have a bit of, a fur on the kind of arms there, and on the back of the legs. Just come with these nice little boots. Bit of a heel, which is probably kind of hard to run in, but she seems to manage. Look at the fairly standard kind of Legends kind of articulation there. Arms pretty much do what they always do, and you get an ab crunch here and a bit of a twist up there, which is nice, which You know, you can do all kinds of stuff. Same with the legs, fairly standard. You do go back a bit far. The feet here are a little stiff and hard to move, but it's fine. She probably totally won't fall down. Do get a nice head up here, which does move around. The ponytail kind of does get in the way and can kind of move, but then it looks kind of weird up there. You know, it moves around. She just can look down a bit, and she can kind of look up. But then you kind of see that ugly bit of neck stuff there. Yeah, there you go. She's fairly nice. Just have those nice goggles there and eyes. So yeah, there you go. Good old black cat. She also comes with this thing, which is, I guess, from the game. Bit of a face there on each end. It's made of a kind of a translucent kind of green with some silvery painted on it. That's about it. It doesn't really do anything or isn't that exciting, but I guess it's nice to have. In addition to her little kind of grippy hand there and a fist, she comes with a set of kind of open kind of claw hands, which one's a little more open than the other. And that's about it. She doesn't really come with much else, which is a little disappointing, but there's not much you can do about that. And there you go. It's just nice to get her from the game other than just a billion Spider-Mans. And also she doesn't really like to stand on those heels because those ankles aren't that good. So she's probably just always gonna kind of fall down because she's either too far forward or too far back. Good enough.